Hello guys, and welcome back to Confined 268's Minecraft Adventures, and today, well, as you can see, things look quite a bit different. This is a shader pack, obviously. Um, yeah, this is a shader pack called Visually Vibrant, which is a peek at what vibrant visuals may look like when it hits Java. I don't know how close this guesstimation is, I guess the best way to put it, is to what it would look like when it hits Java, but I don't know. In my opinion, it looks pretty good. When I use shaders, I typically use complementary shaders. I don't know which branch off the top of my head. I would actually have to look that up. But it looks pretty good, and it runs pretty decent. Providing you turn bloom off. If you have bloom on it, it stays around 60 FPS. With bloom off, it's generally from 70 FPS to above 100. So, with that out of the way, let's get into what we're doing today. Which is, I haven't done any preparation for this, aside from, I think I grabbed those bricks last episode. And I smelted them, and that was one of the last things I did. I crafted them into brick blocks because that's always a good idea. Oh yeah, as you can see, our trees grew. I did do some AFKing and harvested the farms once, so yeah, that's a thing. This episode, I'd really like to get started on. I'd like to get a few key structures built. That's going to massively progress us. Oh yeah, I don't know if this is going to stay in the resource pack or not, but this is a the hotbar is a upscaled version from Ant Venom's texture pack, the old school one, from before Faithful Venom was a thing. Which upscaling textures like that's really not that difficult. I've not decided whether that's gonna stay in or not, or if I'm gonna switch back to the vanilla or not vanilla, the one from Faithful. Looks like the villagers have multiplied. Also, the farm's not doing so hot. They keep trampling it out, which isn't great because, well, it's obviously still working, but it's not great that they keep mashing the plants out. It's a little annoying, to be honest. Alright, so one of the things one of the blocks that's in this game that completely slipped my mind. By the way, I'm about to demonstrate a very cool data pack that you can get if you click the link in the description. It's either Vanilla Tweaks crafting tweaks or their data pack section, but I believe, yes. As simple as that, we have mud. And now, if you don't play the game as much, and you may be wondering, well, what's the point of making mud? Well, as you may be more, or for those of you that are more informed, or just know off the top of your head, mud bricks are a thing, and they are quite a good thing, in fact. So, as well as having that massive wheat farm over there is good for breeding up cows, it is also fairly good for being able to make packed mud, which of course translates into, you guessed it, mud bricks, which I've not really used too much, but they look like a decent building block. So I figured we could have one or two structures around here featuring these, because much like bricks, which have been in the game much longer, I've never used mud bricks before. So, first time for everything. Also, I want to use tough bricks at some point. Because they actually, in my opinion, look pretty good, whereas regular tough is just bleh. Oh yeah, I don't have the woods to craft the doors, but I have upgraded a few more of the door textures to be similar to this. In the having of window. By the way, can I just say, I am disappointed by the copper door. The copper door is not zombie proof, and that severely disappoints me. But I guess it makes sense. You can open it without having to have a button, so I guess that would mean it's not quite on the level of an iron door. But still, I am disappointed. Oh well. It happens, I guess. So, yeah. Actually, I guess first things first, I should probably go harvest some spruce because I do want to use spruce. Man, those guys are loud. My volume's still down from earlier. I was doing a thing where I was seeing how many wardens it took to kill the Ender Dragon earlier, just messing around in creative. And as it turned out, no amount of wardens will beat the Ender Dragon. Well, I'm sure some amount would, but the way they go about it is... You know what? Fun experiment for you guys, if you want to try it yourself. Go pop into the end in creative and spawn a few wardens. And preferably do it when the dragon is perched, because if the dragon hits them, they will immediately aggro onto the dragon. So you get your result a lot sooner. But from what I saw, fighting the Ender Dragon with wardens doesn't work out too well. On the other hand, fighting the Wither with wardens, ooh. If you actually have the time to design a farm around that, that would be very efficient. So yeah, fighting the Wither in the Deep Dark may actually be, on some level, a good strategy. Granted, it'd take a fair amount of obsidian to blast-proof it, but it might actually be worth it. Anyway, I'm going to build the potato farmer's house out of bricks because... And that's just the image you give of a farmhouse, it's going to be brick. And that may just be a stereotype, but... I do want to be able to fit a good amount of villagers in here. So... Because farmers are most of the time my main source of income. So I do want to have a fair few of them. Now as for flooring, I think I'm just going to go with the old trusty birch floor. Because I don't... It's still early game. Oh, not really. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's still early game. I don't... As far as everything else is concerned, it's still early game. I don't have a lot of different blocks to choose from. If I did, if I had gone mining a ton more, I would actually... Lapis blocks are kind of a goated flooring block. So, I don't have lots of options, so I'm just going to go with the standard one, in my opinion. 10 minutes already. Wow, time flies. Also, in the episode, I got it wrong. The game, or the OBS paused, but I didn't know it was, so that episode ended up being almost an hour. I apologize. I try not to go much over 30 minutes. But It's Minecraft is one of those games that you could just endlessly play. And that's one of the problems with it, trying to make a series out of it. It is one of those games you could just endlessly play and keep going and going and going. For example, this episode will be going up. It's probably what, Wednesday now? I actually your phone. I could look on the computer, but then I'd have to unmaximize Minecraft, which I don't want to do. It's Wednesday now. This episode's not going to be out until Tuesday next week. So, yeah. For those, remember, building, comments, any or ideas, challenges, just comment section down below. In light of that, I am almost a week ahead in terms of the recording schedule. So, well, I'm not complaining because it's not a bad thing to be ahead. It just means if I have a few days where I don't feel like doing anything, I have the luxury of saying, no, I don't have to worry about recording today. It's done. It's done, edited and rendered, and already scheduled, so, just means I can have a few more days like that, which is never a bad thing. Never forget to take breaks, otherwise bad things happen. The reason I haven't taken a break with this yet, well, I kind of did. I didn't do much yesterday. The only reason I haven't taken a break with this is because I don't know how to put it. I got that new series jitters. I guess is one way to put it. So I don't think I'm gonna burn myself out on this because it's how do I say this without? I enjoy all the series I do, but I'm having specifically more fun with this than I have the last few. Oh, accidental rhyme. Nice. But yeah, I'm having more fun with this than I've had with a Let's Play in a little while. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the 7 Days to Die Let's Play. It's just this is one of those. This is a series I can go into and not have to meticulously plan everything. Oh yeah, I know why I did that. Never underestimate the power of a lightning rod when you have a wooden mop farm. Advice to live by. But this is one of those series I don't have to over-plan too much. Like I don't have to rush to get materials for a day 7 horde base. Or I don't have to worry about finding a POI to hide out on for day 7. And then have to hurry to get stuff for day 14 horde base because I forgot that horde night was coming. Yes, that's the situation I've been in a few times in 7 Days to Die, and no, it's not fun. I like having things prepared beforehand, and sometimes it just doesn't always work out that way. And when it doesn't, it can be fun, but it's also terrifying. So, that's one of the reasons also 7 Days to Die, the series I was doing for that takes a lot more effort than this does. This is pretty much hit record buttoning, just go. Which, in my opinion, I like this kind of Let's Play a lot more than I do the overly edited stuff. Like, I wouldn't say I actually edit this, it's more just render out, unless there is something I need to edit, in which case then I do. But It's more of just a import into the editing software of choice. In my case, it's Shotcut, because it's free and it's a really great software actually for what it is. So if we're looking to start YouTube and want a great editing software that's fairly beginner friendly, I would recommend Shotcut to just about anyone. It's easy to use and beginner friendly. And if there's something you do want to know about it, there are tutorials. Loads of them, in fact. So, you now have my recommendation of editing software. And actually, it's not just me saying, oh, it's a great editor. I actually use it, so... There you go. Confined 2's 681's thoughts on the best editing software. And obviously, you don't have to be a beginner to use it. It's for everyone. That bee scared me for a second. I was there, spruce. Okay. Don't know what's going on with my throat, but something is. Get all the stuff we don't need out of the inventory. And then stairs. Loads of spruce stairs. No! Come to think of it, this will be the first build that we've done that'll actually have a proper roof. The irony in that is not lost on me in any way, shape, or form. But, in my opinion, it's best to do things right if you have the option to. Which I didn't at the start because I didn't have any spruce, or not, yeah, spruce. And I also didn't know that there was a snow biome literally under 100 blocks that way that had spruce all over it, so it's a non-issue now because we're growing it. Speaking of which, I would like to actually designate an area as a tree farm. And also, I would like to get a path system set up over here and get some decorative trees going. Because atmosphere is kind of important, you know? Which, that's one of the reasons I actually went with but these builds are way too close. It's fine, it's fine. Atmosphere is fairly important when you're doing something like this. Or for builds. I have an idea of what I want this area to be, and I'm not having the easiest time explaining my vision here. Which you can kind of see it. I'm not going for medieval village, but I am going for a village from some time vibe. If that makes sense to anyone, probably not. That statement probably only makes sense to me, which I'm entirely fine with. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's alright. You'll probably get it later on down the line when everything is farther progressed and this area has been overhauled. So, no hurry. I should probably keep enough iron in my inventory to craft a few mine carts. Because once there's villagers in here, it will get quite difficult to keep them from pushing other villagers out, or the minecart with the villager in it out. Is it getting dark? Yes. Which actually, as I'm playing with the Vibrant Visuals pack, or Visually Vibrant pack, it as weird as it's probably going to sound to say this, it doesn't feel that different from regular Minecraft. Sure, there's a few different elements like shadows. The water obviously looks different. And lighting effects. Like, that's a thing, and that's obvious. But as far as feel-wise goes, it still feels like Minecraft, which I think is what they're going for. So I think that's gonna work out. By the way, I'm not gonna understate the irony of how this shader performs over actual vibrant visuals on Bedrock. It's actual vibrant visuals, I'm lucky if I get 40 FPS. And this is just having no problem. Probably thanks in part to the sodium mod. Which I like sodium. It does a lot for performance, but if Optifine's an option, I'll still pick Optifine every time. It's just too convenient. Sure, it may not be the best for performance, and I don't really care about that. My computer's fine enough to play this game. So I don't really care about performance. But it has too many features in one mod for me to just go, it's garbage. Whereas with sodium, the only part that makes it inconvenient is if you want the feature set of Optifine, you have to install like 5 or 6 different mods. Which I can live with, but that it's not going to be my go-to for that reason. However, if you do have a garbage computer and you absolutely need it for performance, then yeah, obviously use sodium. But I don't. I can run vanilla Minecraft decently well. So hey, villager, you're gonna be villager number 1 for being a potato man. You will spend the rest of your days purchasing potatoes. I don't want to use spruce for this. Spruce is legitimately too valuable. I'm definitely gonna have more than 4 because I farm a lot of potatoes, man. I could supply entire countries with the amount I farm. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Optifine's just too convenient to have all the features it has in one bundled form. Now, I suspect if they ever start supporting, well, they've said that they're going to start supporting NeoForge in the future. I don't know how close or far off that is, but when they do, I suspect it'll have a major rewrite and be one of the competing performance mods again, which I'm for. I would like to see Optifine actually be a top contender again. And I'm not saying it's not now, but it's kind of lagging behind the others at the So, yeah, and I do realize I'm saying this as an Optifine donor. I do have an Optifine cape to even prove that, but it's disabled in favor of the vanilla ones. I could have added a mod that makes this a lot better, but I didn't. I'm questioning why I didn't. Because this process is just pain. No! 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 My potatoes! You get away! Jeez. Trying to steal my potatoes, man. You can't be doing that. Greedy villagers. That can go there. I'll leave that there for now. Wait a second. I can just do that. No. Oh. Hey! You're trapped in there because the rails, aren't you? There you go. Now get out of the door. No, no, you can't come back in here. What do I do about this guy? Oh, yeah, the boat. Yeah. I like what you're doing. Gotta get up here, though. Hey, there you go. If I wanted to, I could minecart the boat and then go from there. But no. Potatoes. Should probably have some potatoes in my inventory for when he does decide to be a potato man. Good choice, sir. Good choice. Is this on the same level? Yes. So that means I can hop in the boat, turn the boat around, and just boat over to the rail. There you go, buddy. And your new habitat. This process isn't as simple as it could be. But that's fine with me. Hey. Hey, I just leveled up to level 30. Let's go. As much as I would like a new pickaxe, there are other things to enchant to move the series along. Whoa, I'm almost at 30 minutes. No. Yes. As much as I would like another fortune pickaxe, I need to be getting protection armor so I can move the series along to the nether portion and then eventually the end. I should say eventually, but the end in reality is not that far off. Yeah, no, it's not that far off at all. So, that being said, actually, I probably should have. I don't have enough stuff to make powered rails, do I? There's a more efficient way to get villagers into these houses without them being able to push the minecart, and that is drop them down from the roof. But I'd like to get one more potato villager. One more potato villager. Hey, got one. I want at least one more potato villager, and we'll call it good on that. And next episode, I'm not going to worry about setting up a Fletcher. That's the one. I'm not going to worry about setting up Fletchers just yet. I would like next episode. I think I'm going to build the mending villager's house, because if I get mending on this fortune pickaxe, that solves everything. Hey. No. You know you want to buy potatoes. This is one of the more interesting processes that exist in this game. Because sometimes you get what you want fairly quickly. Sometimes it takes a while. Like that, for example. It didn't take that long. Put those away for now. And that's 6 emeralds. Which isn't a lot now, but in the grand scheme of things, this will go a long way. Alright. As far as that goes, I would say that looks pretty good for the first build that's actually been done proper. Which, good. Very good. I like doing this, I find, more than I do the cramped villager trading halls. It just has a lot more spirit behind it, and I like that. Oh, hey. Cat. So, with that, I'm going to end this one off here. Didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to, but that's fine. Building on camera is part of the fun. That being said, If you like this video, do not forget to like it. Also, remember, building suggestions, comments, please. Or just comment in general. That's fine. Also, opinions on Visually Vibrant. In my opinion, it's pretty cool looking shader pack. Like I said, I typically go with complementary, but this works pretty well too. And if this is what the end result's actually going to look like, I am so ready. Granted, Bedrock will be getting it within the next month and a half. Us Java guys are gonna have to wait, so oh well. We can wait. With that, I've been Confined to 681, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.